Hello Aries, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, this is Blazer the Morkie over here, and we are bringing you your reading for the next 10 days. Now today we're going to be pulling a card for your overall energy. We'll take a look at your energy, the energy of the person connected to you, and then how your energies mingle and dance in the middle. We'll close it off with an oracle card for the Aries collective. Keep in mind, these are general readings, so take only what resonates and leave the rest. You could check out your sun, moon, rising, or north node for additional context and texture. And also be sure to check out the description below where I have all the links for how you can connect with me, work with me further for a one-on-one reading, and more. Okay, Aries, let's get your overall energy from the Wildwood Tarot here. Aries overall energy is this one right here. Ooh, you got the star, the pole star in this case. Very interesting. I feel like you're on quite the journey toward your goal, wherever you're headed. And the pole star, I'm going to say, is like your true north. And that is the vision that is being held right now. Very interesting. We have this in connection, in some sort of energetic connection, or possibly even physical connection with somebody else. So let's see how these energies might work together. On your side, you get the Two of Wands, the Death card, and the Eight of Swords. I think there's a lot of contemplation going on for you right now in how to proceed through some sort of transformation. Now, what I'm seeing is that this transformation has to do with your mental field or your mental energies. And there's an aspect of, once you address this, there is a freedom that will come from your addressing this journey, this part of the journey here. So it's very interesting. You are in contemplation mode, maybe not much action toward this North Star, because you are transforming something in the mental field. Very interesting. I can't wait to clarify that because I'm really curious as to what it is. Again, this is energy that Aries is working differently with this year from what I've experienced Aries in the past. Very important year for you, and there's a lot of spiritual authoritative nuance that I sense in your energies that's going on. For the person connected to you, they get the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Three of Cups. Their energy is feeling more light to me, not quite as serious as your energy. You might be experimenting or exploring Scorpio energies right now, and that may have something to do with it. This person, to me, they look relatively grounded, looking good in that department. They seem to have a clear state of mind, and they also seem to present themselves as quite social or quite extroverted. Okay. Now, sometimes in readings, I'm looking at one energy that is you and possibly another energy that is you. So this could be another aspect of your greater being coming up. And I'm only called to mention that when that does apply for some people who might be watching. In the energies in the center here, I see the Five of Swords and the King of Cups. Through conflict, love and a wholeness of love is coming together here. So again, to me, for many of you, this may be you and another version of you that are both simultaneously existing and aware of each other and working together. You are a multi-dimensional being. And as we form relationships with others, we first must understand relationships with ourselves. And if you're watching my channel, you really have come to the point where you are likely quite advanced with your own gnosis, your own self-knowing. You know who you are, you're able to explore different aspects of yourself, and there's a lot of attention there. So I do want to say that. It may come up for others of you that this is another person's energy, but let's just see what we get. They definitely look a little bit different. You may be dealing with a lighter aspect of yourself and then a more serious aspect of yourself. But the overall energy is that Star. So both aspects are serving you. For the Two of Wands, you get the King of Cups, which you have in the connective energies, and the Fool. I like this because I feel like this is you spending time in contemplation about how you will step out from your heart space, from feeling full and an emotionally complete kind of feeling. You could be just scanning your own energies for any kind of residual energies from something that you've been through in the past. But honestly, it's looking fresh. It's looking loving. It's looking like you want to take this very heart-based approach to something. And I think that's really nice for your energies. You're still maintaining your fire with the Two of Wands, but it's much more contemplative and subtle. What is this Scorpio death energy, complexity, seriousness that's going on? We get the King of Pentacles, which is on the opposite side of the energies here, and we get the Nine of Pentacles. Now, some of you could have a person reflecting to you, or you could be just naturally, we cross paths with people, they're a mirror for us, we're a mirror for them. That could be the case. This could also be you recognizing this other aspect of yourself, the King of Pentacles. Mastery over the physical and material world, feeling very good about that. Very, in this case, clad in much green, which to me represents the heart space. Coming right in after that King of Cups, we've got the water and the earth energy. It feels really nice. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So for some of you, this has been, you have been climbing the mountain. You have been climbing the mountain and you're about to reach the summit, the peak. And this is a time where you are navigating and clearing out any residual energies. I feel that for some of you, like I almost sense you like scanning yourself energetically, and this is important for you to do at this time. If you haven't scanned yourself, there are many techniques for doing that, for observing your own energy. Usually it's best if you can get in a place that's quite quiet and you're left alone for a little while so you can be with your own energy and very clearly see what might be going on. For me, I kind of see it like a golden wave, light wave function, kind of like a screen almost, and it comes down and through, and I then I observe the screen once it's through my entire body, and I can feel along the way if it's picked up any energies I need to be aware of. I can feel it physically, I can feel it emotionally. So find your own way of doing that. You may already have that done, and that seems to be helping you right now because you're looking pretty good, honestly. This Eight of Swords, though, that's a little bit like, you know, with these other energies here, at least on this side of things, it's looking like you have felt this inner conflict for quite some time and you've beat yourself up about it. There's been a little bit of that. And I don't think necessarily all of you were consciously doing that. It's just a subconscious energy. Probably that's come down genealogically through your DNA, but you're applying here, you got the Five of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So that conflict that has landed on your shoulders or landed in your lap as something to transform here, you've got the Ace of Wands. You're ready to reach for that new beginning. And that pole star has to do with it. That's where you're headed. It seems far away to you at times, Aries, but I don't think it's as far as you think it is. Okay, I don't think so. I think it's a lot closer than you realize. It's just you working on these residual energies. And like I said, they could be genetic. Some of you have been working on your health and your physical body, and that's what's kicked all of this stuff up into your awareness to be released, which is good work. That's why we take care of our bodies, right? It helps release on certain levels that will come into our awareness. Nothing catches our attention more than feeling out of balance physically, or being in a state of disease or a state of inflammation, right? Now, on the other side of the energies here with that King of Pentacles, I'm just going to say you get, because I feel like I'm looking at two aspects of you. The Ten of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. There's been this challenge in your life where at times, maybe when you were younger, you felt like you didn't get to have options. You didn't get to have decisions. You could have had possibly an overbearing parent, or possibly a helicopter parent, or possibly someone who was just they were completely checked out and weren't present. And so there's this, well, I have no choice to kind of vibe that I get. I have no choice but to be on my own. I have no choice but to take care of my siblings. I have no choice but to accept my fate, right? It's kind of that fatalistic feeling here. Yet there was always this steadiness, this sturdiness inside you. Possibly somewhere in your chart, you've identified some earth energies, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that have really kept you grounded in to some sort of knowing. Because with the Ten of Swords here, you've brought that dialogue and that dynamic of I have no choice into no, I'm opening up my choices and I can attract in whatever I need. Let's look at this Queen of Swords. The Eight of Swords and the Empress. Now see, we've got the Eight of Swords. You had the Eight of Swords over here. There's this mirroring aspect, either between two parts of yourself, or someone has triggered this, someone in your environment. So this Queen of Swords with the Empress, really nice energy. The Empress is more flowy, more receptive. The Queen of Swords is more active, more determined. And then we have this Eight of Swords. Why? Why, Aries? Now remember, the Eight of Swords is the confusion and the mental traps that we set for ourselves, which means we can also untrap ourselves, open the cage, and walk out in any moment. This particular character in the Eight of Swords is turning backwards slightly, and I think this is an aspect of yourself that had trouble letting someone go. Maybe a parent or an elder in your family, feeling like because this was passed down genealogically, because it was part of your bloodline, there's this like irrational fear that you're going to lose your connection to that person, but you are always embodied in their energies. The Eight of Swords energy is that mental energy that would have you think you are not embodied in those energies. You are not embodied in those connections, that connection would somehow leave you. And it could be connected to childhood wounding as well. And that's okay. You've been doing a lot of work this year on ancestry and childhood and these connections and how they reflect in yourself. But I like that the Queen of Swords and the Empress are together, kind of tackling that Eight of Swords insecurity there. That's what it sort of feels like to me, an insecurity. For the Three of Cups, this energy gets the Knight of Pentacles and the Lovers. Ooh, there may be for some of you single Aries, some doors opening here to love and partnership here when you least expect it. I feel like just by nature of you going out and being social with people and maybe going to holiday events or birthday parties or something like that, something is unfolding here. I don't think you're going to be looking for it, but I think it's going to find you. I think it's going to find you here. So look at how beautiful it is to work through some of these challenging energies and to really get into the subtle energies of the subconscious and unconscious responses that we have, that we house in our DNA. And when you're doing this level of work, you can open up some very beautiful things for yourself. Let's look at, and abundance is one of them too. I feel like you're on the up and up on abundance. Let's look at the Five of Swords and the connective energies. So the one aspect of yourself is the Three of Pentacles. The other is the Page of Wands. Okay, so here's how I see it. There's these two possibly even orphaned aspects of yourself. And in psychology, often some of you may have heard of like parts therapy, where you identify different aspects of the self and, you reintegrate and harmonize those aspects. I've done it in a lot of the work that I've had as well, that I've done in the past, and it's very helpful. So you have these two energies, these orphaned energies, that it's almost like at times you're like, does this one need to be integrated first? Does this one need to be integrated? How do I do this? And actually what I'm seeing here is that this is all going to fit together. All you have to do is remain curious and remain, I want to say, almost excited about these two reintegrations, which are really coming into one, if that makes sense. Don't think you have to force it. I think the universe is going to take care of it. You keep just doing the work on yourself. Keep scanning your energy, making sure you're keeping it pristine. You're allowed to have a day in bed. You're allowed to have a checkout moment. You're allowed to eat the gallon of ice cream if you need to, and then come back, all right? All right, I don't like ice cream, but I know a lot of people do. So that's just my example, but you know what I mean, indulge, right? And that may be at times because this process, these two aspects, it's intense. You're doing a lot of work here. Leaders of the zodiac, though, breaking ground for others. It'll be interesting to see in the upcoming years whose energy I see takes the invitation of the road that you have opened here. For the King of Cups energy in the connection, there's the Seven of Wands from the first side and the Four of Swords from the second side. Definitely an agreement here between these two to honor and protect the healing process because of the dedication, because of the determination, because of the resignation even to the healing process, to the scanning and the vetting and all of these things that these different aspects of yourself are doing. There's the part of you that protects it. There's the part of you that relaxes into it. It's very beautiful energy, and it all comes together in that King of Cups, which is the heart. And the heart will be the place of reintegration for you. You may even feel it in your heart space when it happens. You could just be going about your day and then all of a sudden you feel like an ignition. And that's when you know that these aspects of yourself have reintegrated and you've been ignited by the higher force, by your connection with the universe. So some absolutely wonderful work here. I feel like I compliment you every time, Aries. And your energy this year has really risen to the plate and has stepped up and done the work. And so this integration of these aspects of yourself, those coming together with the star energy, will have you being a lot closer to that part of your journey than you think. The star sometimes gives us the impression that there's this destination, this point to reach. And that is, but what will be revealed when you reach out and grab that star, what else will open up for you? It's a journey, on and on and on, but there's definitely some sort of milestone here for you. Let's get you a card from the Whispers of the Ocean to close off your reading today. And Aries, you got the number 14 card, single-mindedness. Choose your own path and what is best suited to you. You have harnessed your strengths and talents in order to bring about a triumphant outcome in your endeavors. You have managed to get through the drama of the past. You have overcome challenges along the way and are focusing your energies on one goal that will lead to your success. Stay focused. This is your time to shine and to come out on top. Pay attention to what your body is telling you and trust your intuition. Avoid getting too wrapped up in your thoughts. Yes, Aries, and that's what you're doing here. That's why that Eight of Swords came up a couple times, because getting wrapped up in your thoughts in that single-minded perspective isn't serving you. It's that goal of the star that was in your overall energy. That's the driving force, and all of the transmutation and the integration of those different aspects of you is going to happen in your heart space. Aries, awesome reading. Thank you again so much. I can't wait to see you next time.